Hello, welcome to the Encom Wireless presentation on the new features that are available in Stratos version 1.20. Some of the features that I'll be discussing today will be the Spectrum Scan tool, the configuration profiles, database import and export, as well as map import and export. I will go through an example as to how each one of these work as well. For additional information, it is also recommended to check out the release notes on Stratos version 1.20 in order to find out what other rich and available features there are in this release. The first new feature of Stratos version 1.2.0 that I'll be discussing is going to be the Spectrum Scan tool. The Spectrum Scan tool is going to be located at the bottom of the Stratos software with the other quality of service tools that Stratos has. In order to run the Spectrum Scan, select the radio from the radio list that you'd like to run the Spectrum Scan on. Go down to your Spectrum Scan, select the radio in which to run the Spectrum Scan on. It is recommended to select the channel widths of 5, 10, 20, and 40. The reason being is that as you run the Spectrum Scan, it'll give you an indication as to what is out there for each of those frequencies. From there, you are able to select what frequency to use on your particular radio such that it doesn't interfere with what is out there. Press the Start button to begin the scan. You can see in this particular example, there is something within the 40 MHz frequency channels of 5195 to 5235. How the Spectrum Scan works is that it will continue to run a scan on 10-second intervals for each of the frequencies. As you can see here, it is now scanning a 5 MHz frequency, and there is nothing that is using a 5 or now even a 10 MHz in this band. The solid line will indicate the peak signal strength that is located within that frequency range. In order to stop the test, press the Stop button. The next feature that I'll be discussing is going to be the ability now to import and export your radio configuration. In order to export your radio configuration, first double-click on the radio. There is now an export and import button that is located in the bottom left-hand corner of the configuration. Press the export button to save the configuration to your laptop. In order to import your configuration that you'd saved to a new radio, first plug in and log into the new radio. Locate the import button that is in the bottom left-hand corner and find the configuration file that you had saved. You will now be given two options in how to copy the settings over. The first option is you can copy all the settings to this new radio. This setting is going to be very useful if you just wanted to replace a particular radio. The second option allows you to add a radio to your network here. This option will copy the most common settings to the radio. For this example, we will be copying the most common settings. The only thing that we will have to change now is going to be our radio name and our radio mode. all other information, the network type, the channel mode, the SSID, Emacs, output power, as well as wireless security settings are copied over. Hit the Save button to download the configuration to your radio and complete the programming. This completes how to import and export a configuration to your radio. The final features that we will be discussing during this presentation is going to be the ability to import and export your map tiles as well as your radio database information here. On your radio list, you'll have multiple radios that make up your wireless network. You can save this radio database by going to File, Export, Radio List, and then saving it to your laptop. In addition, you can also export the map tiles. These options are useful if you wanted to copy over a database or map tile configuration to another laptop. In order to import the configuration, go to Import and select either Radio List or the map tiles you want to import to your new laptop. There are many more features that have been added to Stratos version 1.2.0. It is highly recommended to read the release notes for this version. In addition, don't forget that the F1 key will take you to the integrated help file, which will help you understand the additional features. For additional training, please visit us at www.ncomwireless.com. Thank you.